Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome to another Ancient Empires faction overview. Today we are doing the Arevaci. The Arevaci is the next faction in the Grand Campaign that we saw very briefly. It is an Iberian faction, so much like the Lusitani, there will be some similarities, but they are still, I believe they are still unique to themselves. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. We have Arevaci Devoted Spears. These guys are Tier 3 Spear Infantry. Charge rating of 3, melee offense of 7, melee defense of 17, armor rating at 10, and morale at 10. Make them some pretty solid spear infantry troops. And the other general is an Arevaci devoted cavalry unit. Charge rating of 7, melee offense of 6, melee defense of 13. They have a high armor rating at 11 and a morale at 10. Make them some pretty solid melee cav. Down to spear infantry, we have Arevaci Spearmen. Charge rating of 3, melee offense of 7, melee defense of 13. Armor rating at 8 and morale at 8. Make them very good Tier 1 spear infantry. That offense-defense combo, armor rating of 8 is actually pretty darn good for a Tier 1 spear infantry unit. Next up, we have Arevaci Noble Spears, which are just buffed up spearmen. Charge rating of 4, melee offense of 9, melee defense of 14, armor rating at 8, and a morale of 12. Yeah, these guys are going to be pretty daggum good. They inspire their allies, and plus they scare everyone, and I think are themselves immune to fear. Makes sense if they're scaring everyone. And then you have Arevaci Devoted Spears. Now, while these guys see a charge rating drop, as well as a melee offense, you see a massive increase in melee defense and armor at the expense of morale. Now, these guys are excellent charge defense troops. They are disciplined as well. And, yeah, they're resistant to fatigue, which is a pretty good perk. Down to melee infantry, we have Arevaci Swordsman. Charge rating of 3, melee offense of 11, melee defense of 12, armor rating at 8, and a morale at 8. These guys are pretty intense for being Tier 1 melee infantry. You don't see a armor or a melee offense of 11 for Tier 1 troops very often. Next up, we have Arevaci Devoted Swordsman. These guys are going to see a huge increase in melee defense, in armor rating, and even morale. Plus, they have expert charge defense. They are disciplined and resistant to fatigue. And then for the last guys of the Arevaci Nobles, you basically see an increase in a lot of things. I mean, there's always going to be negotiations, essentially. But you got an increase in charge rating. You got an increase in melee offense. You got a decrease in melee defense, with a decrease in armor, but an increase in morale. These guys are going to be pretty good. Notice that all of these guys are also have the capability to throw their ranged attack. For our ranged, we have Arevaci Slingers. These guys have an ammunition of 30, ranged offense of 2, missile range of 300. Charge rating of 1, melee offense of 4, melee defense of 9. Armor at 5 and morale at 5. Make them not too bad, pretty standard slingers. I probably won't use them in today's battle. Arevaci Tribal Levies, ammunition of 4, ranged offense of 8, missile range of 70. Charge rating of 1, melee offense of 5, melee defense of 10, armor rating 5, and morale at 5. Again, pretty typical light skirmishers. Down to melee cav, we have Arevaci Noble Cav. Now these are the same. Oh, no they're not. Melee cav. I thought they were, but these are Noble Cav. The guys up there are Devoted Cav. These guys have a charge rating of 8, melee offense of 7, melee defense of 12, armor rating at 8, and a morale of 12. These guys are pretty good. They do also scare everyone and are themselves immune to fear. And then last but not least, we have the Arevaci Cav. So these guys are pretty intense, just like the Lusitani. They don't have the huge melee, or they do, never mind. Let's just go through the stats and we'll talk about it. Ammunition of 6, ranged offense of 11. These guys pack a ginormous punch. Missile range of 70, charge rating of 6, melee offense at 12, melee defense at 10, armor rating of 5, and morale of 11. These guys are intense light skirmisher cav. I would call them heavy skirmishers if there were such a thing. Alright guys, well that's an easy, nice, smooth army roster. You guys know what's coming. I'll see you on the battlefield. Alright everybody, welcome to the battlefield. We are in Western Iberia, and this is a pretty cut and dry, straightforward map. No nonsense, not a lot of hiding, not a lot of things to do, which is really good. It means we're going to get right into the battle. Possible for some hanging out over here, but not really. It's kind of a foggy morning. And yeah, basically what we got here is we got our troops, the Arevaci, and we are going up against a age-old enemy. We outnumber them because we need to in order to win. We're going up against the Roman Empire. Now, I know I've done this before. Actually, this is the Roman Republic. I know I've done this a few times before and it has never met well. I'm just trying to find out a way to kill these dudes, man. I mean, that's just plain cut and dry. So I have given myself 20 troops. I believe they only have like 14, maybe. And I'm sure you're like, well, that's unfair. If you've seen any of the Roman Empire battles that I've been in, it is not unfair in the least. There's still a pretty good, decent chance that we're going to lose. So let's go through our army compositions and why I've chosen this new setup, and we'll get right on into it. So we have 2 small armies is basically what I did. 7 in each block, and then we have some guys supporting in the middle. I'm going to wait to use these guys until I absolutely need them. I'm going to try to anyways. I'm pretty impatient, especially when it comes to my cav, so odds are you'll see them engaged in battle before I want them there. Over here on my right flank, covering the front line, we have some Arevaci noble swordsmen. These dudes are looking pretty daggum cool. The Arevaci do very much kind of have that not Nordic, kind of Gaelic feel to them. Definitely some good influence there. So we have 4 units of those guys. Behind them, we have 3 units of Arevaci noble spears. They are looking quite well. Again, look at the UI, by the way. In case you haven't noticed, it's that cool, awesome Celtic-looking barbarian style. Looking pretty good, sirs. Over here on my left flank, we have the opposite. We have Arevaci devoted spears up front. You can see they have the pilums, essentially, that they're going to be throwing before they charge into the line of Romans. And then behind them we have Arevaci devoted swordsmen. So we kind of just switched things up a little bit, just trying to keep it fresh, keep it cool. And again, they have those pilums behind them. They all look really, really nice. So essentially, I'm going to try and divide and conquer the Romans, and we'll see how well it works. In the middle here, we have 2 units of Arevaci noble cav. I like this type of shield. It does look really cool. They have variations of it. They also have the little tiny shield. That little S looks pretty sweet, I think. They're doing a really good job essentially painting these troops as well. Doing some really good dirty looking work, that kind of grunge feel. And then behind them we have Arevaci Cav. These are our tier 2 light skirmishers that should be pretty decently heavy. And then we have our general, which is a unit of Arevaci devoted Cav. Overall, it means we've got round about 4,000 troops. The enemy is only 1,100 less, which if you can look at this, you can see none of my troops. Oh, here we go. Looks like we got our noble spears are good against the Gaelic cohorts. And then these guys appear to be good against everyone. But this might be a short battle. That'd be really nice. But yeah, let's go ahead and hit the start button. And we're going to move everyone up. Just to make sure. Nope, just kidding. There we go. But yeah, I'm hoping that dividing these troops up means we can get some good hammers and anvils. We'll just have to see. Depends on what they're doing as well. Man, these guys look intense. They do have a couple of Praetorian Guards. So that is something we will have to deal with. They did that on purpose just to give them... I mean, they need to have a decent sort of advantage. It just depends. Let's see, how do they react? Whoa, there we go. Alright. So they're a little unsure right now. I love that the AI is hesitating. I love that they're hesitating. They're trying to figure out how to break both of us at the same time, and it's a little freaking out for them. Let's actually get back here. Throw your pilums. Please. Please throw your pilums. Are you going to do it? I don't think you're going to do it. There we go. Exchange of fire. Oh, that was a nice hit. That was a nice charge. They packed quite a little punch there. Good for you, guys. Good for you, Cav. Push into them. Give them some support there. Go back there. Let's see. Where are they engaging their Cav the most? They are putting them in right there. We're going to move up just a tiny bit. Kind of force them into an engagement. And then the Spearmen did a really good job of supporting and backing up the Noble Swordsman there, so good job, guys. We're going to go around back. And then, I'm not sure what we're going to do with these guys just yet. Like I said, I'm a little impatient with these dudes. So we'll see just how well they perform. Turn into those guys. We're going to swamp around behind. No, 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 no. That's not what I wanted you to do. There we go. Yep, see, look, I knew it. I knew they'd do something like that. Let's go ahead and engage these two guys. They're going to focus on this side, which is fine by me. Yeah, they're going to get wrecked. Let's pull you guys out of the battle. And it looks like we're going to fold these dudes in. I'm going to keep these guys as reserves, but keep them in the back. General, oh, General. Get out over there. Get out over there. You're going to collapse there. You're going to collapse there. Sweet. Both of our Cav troops are still in the battle. We now have enough confidence to swing all the way around here. Actually, I'm going to swing right here. Go there. You're going to collapse on these guys. Again, this is unfair, but I don't care. We're playing against the Romans. So I'm going to make it unfair for them because they can handle it. And even then, I mean, they have such a high armor rating and such a high morale that there's a very good chance several of our troops are going to rout anyways. I mean, it's just a fact. They are just that bad, the Romans are. Collapse. Collapse. Go right here. Very good, very good. See, I mean, we're collapsing on these guys, and they are nowhere near ready to rout at all. Throw your daggum pilums. Thank you. Alright, now that we've got some good battles going right now, we're going to go ahead and use some screenshot action. Oh, these are the Praetorian Guard too. Oh, dear Lord. He just knocked him over. The animations in this mod are really, they are truly amazing. And they really are. A lot of them are standard, but basically what they've done is they've just unlocked those that were already there. Basically, I think, and I don't know if they've improved them. I don't know how you can improve them. if that's a thing, but it just seems way more engaging. Oh, that dude has an arrow in his shoulder. What have we won? What have we won? Ahaha! We won this. It's very crucial. Alright. Let's get down into the thick of it. We are pumping into these guys. Let's get our cohorts. Or get after the cohorts, I should say. These guys are done throwing their Pelaman things. Hit them hard on the back, boys! Very nice. That was a solid charge. Let's see how devastating that is. These guys are going to try and get out in time, but I don't think it's going to work. Swing around back. There we go. Enemy gentleman has been routed. And even with that, this is still going to be a struggle. Oh, snap. They're actually doing pretty good. That charge was a really nice charge. Pull out now. Pull out now. Go after those cohorts Sagittarium. Sagittariorum, excuse me. Reserves. Charge. Charge. Hammer and anvil charges all day, every day. All day, every day, if that's what's required. Are these guys faltering yet? They aren't. They still have an armor or a morale rating of 6. These guys are finally collapsing the Gallica cohorts. Yeah, morale -1. That's not something you see very often with the Romans, believe me. I mean, look, even these guys, they're holding out very, very well. Are these the Praetorians? Oh, they are the Praetorians. That's why they're not doing a whole lot. Pull out. Pull out. Hit these guys from behind. Even Rome's basic archer units are wrecking my cab at this point in time. Pretty crazy right there. Route, lads. Oh, we thought they were routing, but look at that. They're still holding on tight, man. This is what I'm talking about. With Rome, it's a grind. With Rome, it will always, always, always be a grind. The best way you can win against Rome, I feel, is to have lots of reserves. Wear these guys out as much as you can and keep some dudes that are fresh. And while that's not guaranteed to win you the battle, it is guaranteed to at least give you the upper hand. Get out of there. See, like these guys, they're just wavering at this point in time. They are outnumbered. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Okay, pull out. Yep, there goes a troop. Charge into them. Hit him in the back, boys. Hit him in the back. Kidding, go here. Get a nice solid charge against these dudes. That was a good charge in the back. It was a very good charge in the back. Is that going to affect their morale enough? Sure is not. Here we go. How about we take out the last of their bow infantry? See how well they do there. Was that a unit of... Oh, nice. The Praetorians collapsed. You guys are doing good. You guys are doing good. Collapse on them. I mean, look at these dudes. They are just holding out on their own. They're completely surrounded. Still taking on dudes. It's madness. Here we go. There's another unit routing. Let's go ahead and charge them in the back. Come on, just route. There we go. Charge them in the back. Charge them in the back. No, we're losing a unit of spears. As soon as we hit them, we're going to hit them with the morale debuff beforehand. Plus the charge should be devastating enough to make them rout. Those guys will be wavering any second now. These dudes, these Romans, they just don't rout. What the crap? We got this in the bag, though. I mean, of course we do. We very much outnumbered them. So it makes sense that we would. Let's go ahead and line up here. But yeah, I did that on purpose. I mean, you just gotta. With the Romans, they're just so not even overpowered. They're just really powerful faction. I mean, they are. They're just, it's how they are in history. So we just got to figure out ways to take them on, and that usually just means outnumbering them, and outnumbering them with vastly superior troops, and that's the end. They collapse. Brilliant. Decisive victory. I mean, when you think about it, that's really not all that bad. They did manage to rout a couple of my units, and at some point they definitely, I thought we're going to win, to be completely honest. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the Arevaci. It gives you a little taste of them. They are a very good faction, very solid faction. And again, it's those minor factions that you're like, they don't have a good unit roster, or they don't have a very big unit roster. They couldn't be good. Turns out that they are pretty good. I mean, we beat some Romans. It's only, think about it, 7 legions is actually a pretty good battle to fight against and to win. I mean, if you really truly think about it, these guys pretty much fought until the end before they finally collapsed. Same with all these other guys. They do tend to fight harder and longer than any other troop. So I hope you enjoyed the Arevaci. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We are working our way through the Ancient Empires mods. But yeah, that's about it. So, this is Havoc, and I'm out of here. Peace!